Hello and welcome to the MSTAR training session for defining the descriptive indicators band for CCE core scholastic subjects. As per the CCE, that is Continuous Comprehensive Evaluation, the core scholastic activities such as life skills, work education, etc. display some specific remarks for students based on their grades. So these descriptive indicators remarks can be entered in the screen and these will appear for the teachers for selection. So in a way, we are trying to create a library for these descriptive indicators so that the users can directly select from the library as per the applicability to the child. So let us see the steps to define the descriptive indicator band. Click on button MSTAR and select Module Examination. The name of the module appears on the main screen, which means that you're now working in the examination module. After this, click on the button Business Rules and select the screen Assessment Rules. When the screen opens, you can see two main portions in the screen. The above portion is the descriptive indicator portion, whereas the below portion is the library for descriptors, that is, the parameters which are evaluated out of 5 as per the CCE guidelines. For now, we will be concentrating on defining the library for descriptive indicators. So first, select the academic year, select session and select a class for which you want to define the descriptive indicators and select an activity category. You will see two options displayed in the activity category, academic or non-academic. Based on this value that you select in the next field, the activity type will get displayed. If you have selected activity category as non-academic, then non-academic activity type and further the activities or subjects will get displayed. So these are the core scholastic subjects, whereas in case academic is selected, the academic subjects will appear. But since the assessment rule is for the CCE core scholastic subjects, we will select non-academic activity category and in the next field subject type or activity type, we will select the activity type. So we are selecting core scholastic area and after this, in the list of subject or activities, we will get all the non-academic or core scholastic subjects defined under core scholastic areas. So select any one subject first. In the next field grade, select the grade for which the descriptive indicators that we will be going to define will become applicable to. Then select the scale type. For non-academic subjects, that is the core scholastic subjects, the scale type is generally 1 to 5 as per the CCE guidelines. So select the scale as 1 to 5. After this, enter marks from range, that is the starting marks of the marks range for which descriptive indicator is being defined. Entry of marks from is an optional field and therefore may not be selected or entered for saving the details in the screen. In the next field, descriptive indicator, enter the actual remark and or the indicator which will be displayed in the report card for the selected activity. So, enter a remark as per required. You can enter up to 1000 characters in this field and this is a mandatory field for saving the details in this screen. You can also enter all special characters in this field. You can also enter numbers in this field. After entering these remarks for the selected activity, click on button Add. As you click on the button Add, the details of the respective fields gets added in the grid below. So it is showing us the activity category as non-academic, the activity type is the co-scholastic areas, the activity or the subject name, which is attitude towards schoolmates, the scale type that we selected, the name of the grade, marks from marks 2 was not entered, and the actual remark, that is the descriptive indicator as we just entered. In case you want to add another indicator for the same activity, the same can again be done. Select the scale type again and enter indicator. Click on button Add and another descriptive indicator gets added in the grid for the same activity selected. You can repeat these steps if more indicators are to be entered. After this, please click on the button Save and the data saving confirmation message is received, which means that the indicators that we have just saved for one subject has been saved. Click OK on the confirmation message. If you want to further add new indicators for the selected activity, repeat these steps. In case you want to change the activity and enter other descriptive indicators, you can do the same again. For this, change the activity, select the scale type and enter the new descriptive indicator for the newly selected activity. Click on button Add and you will see that the new activity that was selected along with the descriptive indicator that we have just entered gets added in the grid. You can click on Save to save this addition, or in case you want to enter another descriptive indicator for the selective activity, you can proceed to do that by entering another indicator in the descriptive indicator field. Repeat these steps. Now let us again clear the screen and recheck what we have entered. So after clearing the screen, by clicking on button Clear, select the academic year, select session in which we had created the descriptive indicator, select class, and as you select the class, the indicators that you have just created against various activities will appear in the grid. Click on the Clear button to clear the screen and repeat the steps for various activities as required. Now after we have defined the descriptive indicators, we may need to update them if required. So let us see the steps to modify the existing descriptive indicators defined for any activity. For this, select the academic year in the screen, select session and select the class in which we want to update the descriptive indicator. As you select the class, the already defined descriptive indicators against the respective activities will appear in the descriptive indicator section. To update any specific indicator, double-click on the row of the indicator and the details of the indicator appears in the respective screen. If you want to modify the descriptive indicator, then update the same and click on button Add. You will see that the updated indicator overrides the existing indicator. Click on button Save to save the changes and the data saving confirmation message is received. So the modification replaces the existing indicator that we selected and modified. Click on the Clear button to clear the screen and you can retrieve the indicators again to check the modification. So we will see that our modifications as made has been saved correctly. Click on the clear button to clear the screen and repeat the steps for other activities if required. Now once we have added new indicators and we are able to modify, let us see how to delete an existing indicator if we do not want it anymore. For this, again select the academic year, select session, select class in which we want to do the deletion, and the existing indicators will appear in the grid below. To delete, double click on the indicator row which we need to delete, and the respective details appear in the main screen in respective fields. Click on the button delete and the selected row gets highlighted in a different color. After this, click on button save and you will see that the data saving confirmation message is received while it has also deleted the row from the background. Click OK on the message and you will see that the row that we just deleted is no more appearing in the grid, which means that the descriptive indicator has been deleted from the library. Click on the clear button to clear the screen and repeat these steps if required for any other class or activity. So you can define multiple descriptive indicators against one activity, and you can also modify them as required. But in case you have modified after you have already allocated an indicator to the student, the same has to be reallocated to the student to reflect the new modification. Thank you for watching this video.